Alright, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? And yes, to answer your question, King Funkeldorf, this is the first stream for Megabasing Dyson Sphere. We are returning to the base as it was at the end of the Dyson Sphere video, and why is the cat biting my ankle? Hello. Please leave me alone. She's a good baby most of the time. Alright. Yes, we are starting from where I already have the victory condition. We are not starting from scratch. Here we be at the end of my green science build. What's sad, Muhammad, that we're not starting from scratch? Wanted to see you suffer a little more. I imagine there will be plenty of suffering. Hello, Selly. Let's see, what was land? Alt is land. Okay. Hello, Falstro. So, here be a large base. And for the moment, this stream we are just basically getting used to the game again because it has been several months since I've picked this up. And I imagine it is going to take a minute to get reused to non-Factorio keybinds and whatnot. I may have watched some of your YouTube videos. I hope you've enjoyed them, Falstro. What will you have to start with? Importing copper because Novice is running out of mines, conquering the volcano planet. The volcano planet currently has 10 or 11 dark fog bases on it. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute before we can actually take that on. 10 bases. I think for the moment, what I would like to get done tonight, if possible, is to go exploit this gas giant next door. I have played just enough past this point on this save while making the thumbnail for this video to know what is going to be the resource restriction, and it is very quickly going to be oil for lack of hydrogen. Okay. Let's see here. So the first thing I would like to do is stop shooting new solar sails into orbit. Just so we can get backed up on all of these goodies, and that will lessen our hydrogen demand. Yeah, for the time being, this is just going to have to suffice for a Dyson Sphere. Eventually, it will be beautiful. Oh yeah, it's pressing Q in this game is a constant thing to have to remind myself to not do. Okay. Let's see. My encoder's not complaining about being overloaded yet, which is nice to see. Q as in anything. It doesn't really do much in this game. Okay, let's see. What do we actually need to make here? We should also unlock some proliferators. all of those in fairly short order. This is our productivity module equipment. I don't think it does anything dangerous. I can check the keybinds again. Q, roll left while in flight. Does it do anything else? I don't think it does anything else. Not that I'm seeing, anyway. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, at the moment, all of our science is going here to making white science. I think. I want to see I can... shoot. Okay. Double tap 1 to cancel. Yeah, I'm hammering Q right now and it does nothing. Okay, there's a way to copy and paste recipes. I think that's less than, yeah. It's less than and greater than keys for some bloody reason. Okay. At some point in time, I am going to be switching up this lab setup for both white science production and consumption, but for now it's fine to just leave it like this. Good night, Chloe. Maybe we'll see you around. Play shapes after open TTD. Hello again, Chloe. And drag with the right mouse button to scroll the screen and it burns a gap in my factory. Oh dear. Let's see. Okay, where did gas giant exploitation run off to? Can't remember if I've researched this already or not. Am I just missing this? I feel like I'm just missing this. Thermal extraction. Energy storage. Top right. Aha! There we are. Okay. So we need to on-queue you, and then you. You know what? Oh, that's fine. Okay, extra products are a production speed-up effect when the coded cargo is used as raw materials in the production of next-level products. Hello, Hunga. Oh.
It can greatly increase production efficiency. Fit a spray coder
On a conveyor belt.
Feed proliferator from the upper port. The coder will spray cargo on the conveyor belt below. Cargo coated proliferator has
Sorry, Fire Wizard.
When such cargo is used as raw materials, it yields extra output or accelerates production.
Yeah. When placing a conveyor belt... Oh, God. I am not looking forward to having to deal with Mr. Flat Voice again. And yeah, this all feels alien to me, too, Hunga. Hunga? Is that how I pronounce that? I feel like I should know this. Okay. Feed the proliferator in from higher port. Hunga? Okay. Some items will gain other effects. Okay. You can do this to science. You can do this to ray receivers. Will boost the generation output of the facilities if used in antimatter. It is a common fuel, increase the heating value. Okay. And hover the cursor over the items to check details of the proliferator's effect. Make sure that each raw material gains the proliferator point. Select the extra products effect for the corresponding production facility. And yeah, extra power consumption. You know, I've left the tutorials mostly on, Jonas, and I feel like I think I got everything that they wanted to tell me. But, who knows? Could be wrong. Am I carrying red science around? Not quite. Here. I'm carrying a bunch of that. Actually, give me that green science back. Just in case we want to make warpers or something. I'm carrying around Oh, because I changed the recipe on this and it shoved all this into my inventory, probably. Okay. In that case... Where's a box? Oh my god, I don't recognize any of these anymore. Here's a box. Why do you have... There we go. Okay. You take that antimatter for now. You can run the output of the proliferator through the input. Wait, can you proliferate proliferators? Is that a thing? I try to be good at paying attention to the instructions. I don't always succeed. Okay, what are you short on? Circuits. Why are you short on circuits? What are we doing over here? We have 2 assemblers making... Oh, just one going this direction. Oh, we're actually being limited by sorter output speed here. Okay, tell you what. Oh, here's the... Okay. Are we clearing those at least as fast as they're being made? Not quite. Now we are. Okay. From what I understand about proliferators, they allow you to produce bonus products if you spray the ingredients. Yeah. Proliferating proliferators is one of the best uses of proliferators. Good to know. All I know about proliferators really is that coal is somewhere in their input chain, and that's problematic when you're trying to scale up across multiple star systems. Okay, now we're getting a healthier supply of blue science. Let's see.
Flight mode.
Around. Let's see, your problem is lack of hydrogen. No. No. What is pipette? I should know this. We'll just add another sorter there and see if it increases hydrogen intake. Yeah, this is definitely a random bullshit planet. I intend to clear pretty much all of this and replace it with... Okay, so let me... I have no idea what the meta is for for Dyson Sphere megabases, but let me tell you basically what I'm thinking of. Oh, lack item, of course. So, I want to make this as a series of these interstellar logistics station modules that have 3 conveyor belts coming out of top, middle, and bottom that go to 3 different production rows. And then out the back, I want a proliferator belt snaking through all of those inputs, and then a green science feeding into assembly machine to make warpers for the drones. What do you call them? Interplanetary drones? These ships, whatever these are. And then feeding into another one of these at the end of it. Interplanetary towers importing raw goods in and exporting processed goods out based on the throughput. You're about spot on. Okay. As far as I can tell, the way to conserve warpers is by shipping green science around instead of shipping warpers around, and then turning them into warpers on site. Planetary ones are called fidget spinners, yes. Let's see, what is... Yeah, there's logistics bot, logistics drone, and logistics vessel, because they were having a difficult day at the naming things brainstorming meeting, apparently. People usually just import warpers to one tower and feed it to planets' other towers with smaller drones or green cubes. Yeah, I think green cubes is the way to go, from what I can tell anyway. Because vessel capacity is based on number of items, not like stack size or anything like that. So if you're trying to minimize how many warpers it takes to ship warpers around, the best way to do that is moving green science around and then letting it expand out into warpers locally at the 1:8 ratio. Oh, I agree, Falstro. Naming things is the worst. It's, I sympathize. That doesn't mean I can excuse it, if you understand. Okay. Let's see. Gonna be a minute before we unlock gas giant exploitation. Whitebeard from One Piece is more accurately translated to man with white facial hair. True. True. But then again, I think he was named that in Japanese specifically because it translated roughly to Whitebeard in English. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong about Factorio Jonas. He also has no Whitebeard. You know, I choose to believe that Whitebeard is just Chad enough that he gave himself a white mustache and called himself Whitebeard and dared anyone to call him out on it, and nobody wanted to. Hello, Bacon Honey. I sympathize deeply, Falstro. I had a project, my first software dev job at a school, where a critical piece of the program loop was named, the function was named grab config and run with, because it grabbed a config and it ran with it. And the worst part is nobody had a better name, and I believe it is still named that to this day. And the guy who came up with that name is now a principal engineer at Microsoft. Let's see. What can I be doing here? I needed to... That guy has already gone places. Let's see. Where did... missing here? I needed to look at you. Fractionation. Okay. I didn't use this last time. You a fan of gotta name a long variable here because we need a name. Yes. Oh gosh. Okay. I got some commenters on my Dyson Sphere video who were a little perplexed that I did not use deuterium fractionation in my base. I just used whatever the next thing is. That gives you a guaranteed 50% deuterium from your hydrogen input. I want you to tell me something, chat. Where in this recipe does it say that it gives you the hydrogen back the other 99% of the time? Because I looked at this and went, well, that's a terrible recipe. 1% chance to get deuterium out and it just eats the rest of my hydrogen? Screw that. I am just going to go with the guaranteed 50%. Because this recipe does not tell you what it does. Yeah, I have since learned that just putting hydrogen into a loop gets you free deuterium, but I had to look at a wiki for that. In the description, it says the hydrogen comes back out. Did I totally miss this? The successful fractionation of deuterium from liquid hydrogen has greatly advanced the utilization of nuclear fuel. Oh, it's on the fractionator. After fractionation, the hydrogen will be exported from the other side. Which I guess technically says that? Oh, thank you. Won't matter for long because you'll be getting deuterium from the gas giant. Yeah, I'm actually more concerned about hydrogen, to be honest. Because these oil wells are going to run dry pretty quickly here. Like, these all start at 3 output per second, and this one's already out down to 1.8. There's another one here that's down to 0.35. Yeah, I am not a fan of how it explained that at all. But, I know better now. We will have happy commenters next time. Oh, let's see. Just jumped in, need to go to sleep. It's 5 a.m. See ya, Bacon Honey. I will be streaming at a more reasonable hour for Europeans tomorrow. Yeah, I could have figured it out with experimentation, but I just looked at that and went, absolutely not. What is the more reasonable hour? Sometime afternoon local, so evening for you. Not like absolute middle of the night. Oh, let's see. What can I be doing here? Is there any other way we can speed up Red Side? You're going about as quick as this is gonna let you. I guess technically I could upgrade both of these to tier 3 sorters, but fast enough. Yeah, what do you mean middle of the night? The sun is up already. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I tried to stream earlier today and just either I didn't have it in me or the cat was being a bother. Good night, Bacon Honey. I hope to see you tomorrow. / today for you. Had to pull an all-nighter. Oh dear. I hope for unavoidable reasons. Ah. I do love the animation of these things landing back on the transportation hub. West coast, the sun is barely setting. They are faster if belt is closer to the input. Yes, I have also figured that out.
Flight mode.
This is already about at max throughput for what it can do, so I'm happy with that for now. As long as things are backing up and everything is working here, I'm just gonna be okay with that for the time being. See, I miss the days when I can... I miss the days when I could feasibly pull an all-nighter, April. I used to do that in college, not infrequently, myself, and my body does not let me do that anymore. Yeah, everything is a cube in this game, including the liquids. This belt here is a belt of sulfuric acid, which is kind of cute, but at the same time, I think I would rather have a proper fluid system. Behold the sloshy cube. Yes, indeed. These are cubes of hydrogen that are somehow not floating off into the atmosphere. And yes, Royal, everything is going into boxes so it can go on belts, which is acceptable. It's just kind of amusing. I have never been able to pull an all-nighter. Nearing midnight, I become exponentially more sleepy. Do not blame you a bit. There was one instance in college where I had to pull 2 all-nighters in a row because I had 4 or 5 final exams that were basically back to back to back. Like in the morning on 3 consecutive days, and I needed to study for each of them. Yes, we will get to pile sorters, Alkadir. That is, I'm sure, going to be a feature of a reasonable megabase. Have you tried routing a... Yeah, final exams back to back. Yep, it was, I had learned after that I technically could have gotten one of them rescheduled and given myself a break, but I was awake for probably at least 60 hours straight. Woke up, did 2 final exams, stayed up to study for the 3rd one, did the 3rd one, stayed up to study for the 4th one, did the 4th one, and then went home and crashed. I feel like I'm mostly recovered, Jonas. But, it was definitely good to take it a little easier for the Modded Planets video and then playing, for those who haven't been paying attention to my, Discord status, I've been playing Wanderstop in the background, which is Davey Reedon's latest. And it's quite a wise game. If you are looking for a cozy game that actually has a decent story involved and not just you are in debt to the local raccoon. Oh, I don't have a box set up, a bot set up, Falstro. But if you look at the description of any of my more recent videos, there should be an invite link there. The boxes of hydrogen made me think of the cardboard box mop bucket skin for crime scene cleaner. Just a cardboard box of water. That is the Stanley Parable guy, yes, Fire Wizard. He has done some very interesting stuff post-Stanley Parable. anything with his name on it, I have played and I will recommend. Including Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, which is a fair bit more than just a remaster. There's plenty of new content in there. And fittingly, when it shows you the new content, it just like puts a door in a hallway labeled new content with a neon sign pointing to it and just takes you down that path. Okay, let's see. What can we be doing while this runs? Yes, the jump circle. I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't played it, but yes, there is a circle where you can jump. But only for, like, what is it, 20 times? And that's it. And then sticks you in a different circle that you can't jump from, and shenanigans. Let's see, I need assembling machines. Where did that go? Oh, I know there's a higher tier of this. Not escape. Where did that go on here? High speed assembling. Assembler Mark II. On-cue that. And then Assembler Mark III. Do I have all of the prerequisites for that? This tree is not necessarily the clearest. Okay, cue that. Invite link crashes your browser tab. Oh no. As far as I know, there's nothing wrong with that invite link. I think that works for everybody else. I think that might just be you. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I would like to try making a bot mall, if a bad bot mall. Let's see. Make some of those. I will need some. It doesn't really matter if these are slow, I guess. Proper crashing the tab. Congratulations, I like trains. 17 is,
Application complete.
Oh, gosh. That's a milestone. Yes, wonderful neon science spaghetti. Okay, what else did I need for a bot mall? I needed something to go on top of the boxes. What was that? It's not you, but I'll take you anyway. This thing. Okay, we need a bunch of processors for that. Where am I making those? I forget. The what incident, Fire Wizard? I have absolutely no clue what you're talking about. That's horrifying. I did not even know that he had a brother who was also on YouTube. Where can I try this out? Let's see. Trying to remember where I'm making things. So what I'd like to do is just swipe some basic materials. But I think it may be smarter to, like, go to the other end of the planet and just build something from scratch there. Hello. Is that a problem? No, I have another stone mine from God knows where, somewhere up here. That never happened. He really wanted his brother on his YouTube channel by making up a story about him during a charity stream. Oh, sibling shenanigans. That's fantastic. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, that was a mental interrupt if I've ever had one. What was I just gonna ask? I was going to ask if the audio balance was okay. It sounds to me like the music is a little loud, but how is it for you guys? Music is a bit loud? Okay. Turn that down to 40%. Okay. You know what? How about instead of, well, I feel like I have to leave most of this up just so science keeps running, because I have these texts that I'm going to want if I'm going to expand this properly. But I also am so sorely tempted to just rip this whole thing apart. Yeah, that would be incredibly annoying for the back-end Fire Wizard. It's, speaking as a primarily back-end engineer myself, it's... I totally get why they don't. Let's see... Okay. Oh, I need smelters. Don't I also... There's upgraded versions of this, too. I think. Do I get those with... 50% replicator speed, but... What about smelting? Clean filter smelting unlocks clean smelter. Okay. I guess we'll throw that on the queue. Advanced mining machine. Interesting. Just faster? I'm not sure that that's worth it. I have to compare. The advanced mining machine is a godsend? Okay. I will take your word for it, I suppose. Let's see. In the meantime... I need some smelters. And then I need... Let's see. Where'd my boxes go?
Replication complete.
Okay. I'm just gonna shove a bunch of this into logistic storage. Is that? That's fine. Shift left click to pipette. Let's see. Oh, too close, really. Fine. So much bigger for its mining area and has integrated bot support. Like for bot mining? I'm not sure I'd want that just for the... I'm not sure what the Dyson Sphere equivalent of UPS is. Oop. No. No, no. That is not what I meant. Okay, that's what I meant. Greater than and less than to copy and paste settings is... it throws me off so easily. Dyson Sphere is really good with bots. What are you missing? Oh, duh. You're missing my... having a brain. And it still doesn't have cut. That's so annoying. Okay, fine, I'll just dismantle this whole thing. I tossed the picture of the cardboard mop bucket into the Discord for you later. I will give that a look, Alkadir. Let's see. No. Don't take the inserter with it. Please tell me that. No. Okay. No, not that either. And there's no super force build. Okay. Turn that off. Cool. Alright. We'll put that as close to there as we can manage. And we will give this the precious space it needs. Tend to use mini belts for this sort of situation. Yeah, maybe I should. Curses of a round planet and a square grid. Yeah. That's half of why I want to do this, like, highly modular MEGABASE system for Dyson Sphere, is that I feel like making them very small like that is probably the only way to cover a planet. Okay, let's see. I had... Okay, first off, go away. Let's see. It's these things, right. Where are you? Okay. Oh wow, that takes a fair bit. Okay. Okay, we have iron, we have magnets. Now we need fidget spinners to go in there, right? I think that's the...
Replication complete.
Dynamically bound, Can I get away with just using drones? Does anyone know? Do I have to use the fidget spinners, or does this work for... Is this just an upgraded fidget spinner? Prints can break if you paste them on the wrong height because some connections. Fidget spinners are personal. Can I just use drones, though, or is that... Like, do I have to use bots for... You don't need fidget spinners. Okay. Let's see. Supply and demand of items in the planetary logistics system only works with the logistics station it comes from. That's interesting. Logistics are the intended planet. I mean, they're all logistics, but I get ya. Let's see. How much of a handcrafting pain is that going to be? Actually, not bad. Okay, what are we crafting here? Thrusters. Which is just copper and steel. Fascinating. Okay. If I needed more of these... more iron plate, really. Okay. I know a place where we have 263 of those. Yoink. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing here? Interstellar power transmission? Why are we doing interstellar power transmission? Oh, prereq for gas giants exploitation. Facility that can convert electric power can either deposit surplus power from the power grid into an empty accumulator to fully charge it, or release the power stored in a fully charged accumulator. Am I roughly reading correctly that this will... discharging them on another planet from another energy exchanger? Okay. Let's see. Should probably just slap some on top of these. Where did those go? I'm blind. Here they are. Okay, bunch of magnets, bunch of gears. Oh yeah, and I was going to put one over here. And then we need a bunch more processors.
Flight mode.
I should probably be storing those in a box over here, shouldn't I? Where could I even fit that? Nowhere easily. What's my power grid doing? Decent.
Replication complete.
Okay. What are we even taking this over to? Purple science. Okay. Pipetting using another games. Ah, no. Okay. I can, in fact, do something really screwy like that. And then dump from there into another box. Okay. Science has priority. And we will take extras for personal use. Hello, cat. We have put the sphere on hold just for decreased local resource use for the time being. What are the plans for the Dyson Sphere project part of Dyson Sphere project? That is an excellent question. I plan to explore the... I'm trying to think. Does this map let you zoom out far enough to see? Okay. It does let you view the cluster. Somewhere around here. Yeah, there's one black hole. There's one white dwarf. There's one neutron star. I don't know. It depends. So I'm assuming that tidally locked planets are what you want to... are the systems you want to build a Dyson Sphere in. Because those get you the best ray receiver output. So, I don't know, explore the system, see what's out there before deciding where to build those. Red giants are the best Dyson Sphere stars. Why is that? And also collect from poles with decent uptime. I mean, you can, but also, like, if I'm going to be expanding to other star systems anyway, it seems a little bit silly to build a Dyson Sphere around the first star I landed on just because that's where I landed. Red giants have massive orbits for the Dyson swarm and frame. Interesting. Okay. So you can literally just fit more solar sails around them. And then we're going to be short on, what? Glass, probably. Okay, somewhere I am making the stuff this needs.
Flight mode.
That would be over here. Why are you not crafting? You are crafting, it's just you're working insanely slowly. Okay, limited by inserter speed again. Need 2 stone to make a glass. It's probably better to get this shipped in.
Replication complete.
I'm trying to remember what we're...
Flight mode.
Okay, you're bringing in whatever that fancy soap-looking thing is. I forget. High-purity silicon, yes. Okay, no, glass must come from stone. That's right.
Flight mode.
Okay, so I just need to... Ah. Okay, 30-minute... Alright, that will help. Everything now is just style points. Might as well do the home planet for more style and more points. Is that really the most stylish thing I could do? Also, can I, like, not be handcrafting magnets, please? Not magnets. What are these called? magnetic coils. Okay. There we go. That's better. You can make a Dyson sphere around a black hole if you want. I'm sure you can. Putting your name around the first star system is a pretty good way to establish dominance. Does putting a Dyson sphere around a black hole actually get you any power output? I have a feeling like it shouldn't. What do I actually need one there for? I'm not sure I do. Okay. Let's see. I don't think there's enough room to put a box here, is there? Do I even have any boxes? I don't think I do. Bunch of boxes. I mean, yeah, I'm assuming like no solar output from black holes, but there's gotta be something you can extract, right? Let's put this there. Screw it, tier 2. Yeah, Hawking radiation or something like that. Okay, these actually... Okay, tier 3 sorters aren't actually that expensive. Oh, I just realized if I put one there, that's going to starve processors for purple science. Fine. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drag this circuit belt past the processors so they get first dibs. Then we are going to slap a box at the end.
Replication complete.
Okay, you are... Okay, probably outputting at max speed, give or take. Oh, let's see. See, it's fine if we don't logistic those for now. What else? I would like some boxes just accumulating copper. still have a smelter on me? I have a smelter on me. Okay. Keep pressing C to pipette from shapes and Q to cancel from Factorio, and this game is just not in my memory yet. But that is why this is a casual stream. Oh, well, thank you, Concentration. I hope it lives up to expectations. I expect it will be a while before it actually comes out, too. But we shall see. Okay, you are where all of the high-purity silicon has gone. Let's see. One there, one there, one there. How many more of these can I make? Probably a fair bit more after I steal some more glass prisms. No, let's just take all of them. Doesn't matter. Ah! Gonna move my stream watching setup to the kitchen. See you soon. Is there a specific target in mind? I know there's a achievement for getting, what is it, 1,000,000 hashes in a minute or something like that. I would like to get that achievement. Beyond that, no. Also, hello, Citadel.
Replication complete.
Okay, we are also going to extend this belt over here and then do kind of the same thing. No, not you. He can rotate. I forget, is there a keybind to flip? That's not it. Let's see. What else can we be doing here? Not. I am going to cut input to you entirely. I don't think we need silicon or anything other than my strength. Oh, no, that's wrong. We needed that for... Wait, except I'm importing that too. Yeah, no, we're fine. Okay, so we can get rid of you, all of that. Okay. All the keybinds are shown on the right side of the screen when building. Ah, there it is. Rotate. Oh, interesting. You can remove the sorter from a current selection with tilde. Interesting. Okay, so no way to flip, but we can do this and then remove the sorter. Not like that. That's the key. There we go. That's nice. Okay, right. I was going to... Okay. See if that circuit output makes a difference. Let's see here. We're making, what are we here? Diamonds out of graphite. Trying to remember what all of these things are. Diamonds, titanium crystal. Let's see. Okay. Slap a Logi distributor on you. Could probably use something pulling off. Not you. Okay. We'll do the same thing for diamonds over here. Where we have this pulling off of the belt and then dropping immediately back on just as a buffer. Right now I am basically just trying to logistic all the things. Organic crystals, plastic. Okay, we will get to these as we need them, I think. Let's see, how are we doing on you? Doing okay. 5 minutes left. What is this box doing in the middle of nowhere? I don't remember what that was. Okay. How are you? You have ammo, that's fine. What am I doing? That opens up the blueprint library. Okay, that looks like a decent spot for... a high-strength titanium buffer. Where did those go? Do I not have any? Guess I used them all. How long do I think this will take? It would not surprise me if this takes over a month. The amount of time it takes to set up a robust mall is a lot. Yeah, I'm gathering that. Let's see.
Replication complete.
Okay, we got 30 seconds left on that, and then that's gonna take a minute. Right, I wanted to set up something that actually needed bot wall. Okay. So, just as a test, let's see, what have we not bought yet? We have that. Am I making super magnetic rings anywhere?
Research.
I don't think I am. Cool. I have unlocked the energy exchanger.
Flight mode.
Follow this belt. What am I doing with these? Behold the majesty of my, my beltomancy. Ah, I see. I'm making them over here and feeding them directly into deuteron fuel rod production. Okay. Not ideal. Takes magnets, graphite, and turbines.
Flight mode.
Okay, I know we're not storing graphite yet, so let's go shove that somewhere next. I should be making plenty of it out of land, please. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we'll... shove a bit here. There and there. Fine. Okay. Have graphite in the network. Spaghetti is good whichever planet you make them. Boy, I sure am glad someone thinks so. Let's see.
Flight mode.
I put that assembler where? Down here. Okay. Let's see. That way. Okay. Can I copy the recipe? And then paste it onto the Logi distributor? Does not appear so. Did I hear spaghetti? You did, Fire Wizard. Okay, this needs graphite, magnets, and turbines. Ah. Room to build. No. Okay, recipe copied. But then I cannot paste the recipe onto the Logi distributor. First off, can I put in only logistics bot? Okay. So you do need the fidget spinners. Also, can I really only filter for one item per chest to input? Yes? Oh dear. Okay. So that implies that to set up a mall for an assembling machine that needs 3 ingredients, I need 3 input chests and 1 output chest. That seems excessive. What is this? Extra products. Oh, it's probably can you build up an internal buffer. I am very much accepting tips. Interesting times. Can use a tower instead. If you mean like one of these towers, that... Okay, I get that that works. It seems like that'll put every item on a PLS. Okay. Hi, kitten. Oh my goodness. Kitty is up and crying at me. Can you hear this? What am I missing? I'm missing steel and a bunch of particle containers. Okay. Where was I making those? I have those somewhere.
Flight mode.
Is that over here in green science? That is over here in green science. Okay. And you are barely churning along. Because why? Because you are barely churning along. Because you are barely churning along. Because no iron plate, really?
Flight mode.
What is up with you? Whoa, okay, I was apparently getting this iron from... Ah, that's what's up. Okay. No. What is your problem? You don't have a problem. Why are you acting like there's a problem? Planetary is just tall, it fits pretty nicely. Okay. With enough degeneracy, the interstellar towers are one big splitter. Just means one of the nodes is close to empty. Okay, that I can tolerate.
Flight mode.
Okay, that should hopefully get us a little more iron output. Thank you for the explanation for these icons. The game itself does not do the cleanest job of explaining these things. best splitter ever. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this output is going directly into this particle collider. To make deuteron fuel rods? Is that what's happening here? Strange matter. Okay. How much of a pain would it be to make this somewhere else? Is it bad that I watched your whole video on Dyson Sphere and still have no idea what's going on? No, yeah, I have been away from this game for long enough that I also have the faintest idea. No, I don't need that splitter, April. That's kind of the point there. They can't explain all the status icons. They're busy adding a vehicle system. Oh god, don't get me started. Okay. Why must you need 20 of these? Even more warning signs to not be explained for vehicles. That's definitely what it feels like. Okay. On the off chance we will ever get an excess of these things. We'll put some in a box. Okay. Oh yeah, you love my not a splitters here. Truly there are some cursed things in this base.
Flight mode.
Okay, so you're apparently useless. What we actually need are you. And I also need more. Okay, I have some processors. I need more steel from somewhere. Oh look, a magical steel box that has a ton of steel. Yoink. And I bet... yeah.
Flight mode.
Am I buffering graphene in a box? Hello, wrong perfection. I am buffering graphene in a box. Lovely. Swipe that, and then we can do a horribly long handcrafting. Really? No? You can only make 7 of these.
Insufficient materials.
Oh, yes, that warning. How I've missed you. you go. Buildings. Okay. I am also looking forward to leaving the starting system and getting my hands on alternate resources, Alkadir. This whole, Okay, first off... No. I have tons of you just waiting around. There we go. That's better. Infinite sulfuric acid. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to a time when I can... Well, we're working on getting hydrogen from gas giants. I am looking forward to getting infinite sulfuric acid from a lake. It really seems like the first thing you're going to run out of if my future prediction abilities, and by future prediction abilities, I mean I extended this save for another 2 days to make the thumbnail for that Dyson Sphere video. And the thing that kept kicking me was oil. Because the hydrogen demand is just insane compared to the quickly depleting oil resources you actually have on this planet. So I am very much looking forward to replacing the need for hydrogen and refined oil from our local oil stores. This is with combat. There are 10 or 11 bases on the lava planet here, so I'm a little ways away from being able to actually clear this and use it. At least if I don't want the hive to immediately recolonize all of these planets. So the plan is to leave that be for a while and come back to that when I have researched some proper space combat tech. Chuckling with future knowledge. I don't mind spoilers. Just saying. Okay, we have one of you. Oh, God. Okay. That's large. Also foundation required, really? No, that's not correct. Hello, Wrong Perfection. If you don't mind spoilers, have you heard of the word of our Lord and Savior, Manticore Macross Missile Swarm? I have not.
Replication.
I've been using missile turret towers to clear bases that happen to land on the planet I'm on. If there's a way to use missiles in space, I am unaware of it. Okay. That is large. Also, how do I... Okay, I have to look at keybinds, because there's something for... There's something for just auto putting foundation in your cursor, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, expand and shrink foundation cursor, drag and place straight foundation. What am I missing here? Automatically lay foundations where needed in the blueprint space? That's not quite right. Wait, do I just, like, need foundation in my inventory? Am I completely forgetting how to do this properly? Foundation, Fire Wizard. Missiles have two ranges: normal range, interplanetary range. Anything in range of the beacon tower is considered a valid target for a missile launcher in interplanetary range. Yeah, I have used a beacon tower to draw aggro for a bunch of missile turrets that are outside of Dark Fog Base's range. I've cleared it that way before. That means other planet surfaces if the missiles get close enough. Fascinating. So in theory, I could drop one of those beacons on the lava planet with, you know, just enough local defenses to get by, and a bunch of missile towers that are situated on Novice here could fly over and take them out from other planets. That would be quite interesting. When you have multiple planets orbiting a single gas giant, just gotta place the foundation manually. Okay, but it's not stone brick. I should know how to do this. Environment modification. There it is. Okay.
A foundation is a
Oh my
terrain
god.
leveling tool. It can only be used to level the terrain to 0 altitude.
I know
It
what
can
it
be used
is.
to change the landforms of the planet. Using the foundation on highlands generates soil piles. And it consumes soil piles when you use foundation on ocean or low-lying areas. When laying the foundation, you can choose a decoration option or leave it plain and just level the terrain.
Turn these off. I will if he keeps talking. Oh my god, okay, why do I not see... Foundation with and without decoration. Okay, why do I not see foundation here? Oh, there it is. It's off in the corner. Okay. Screw it. Make me a bunch of that. Anybody here watched... Now it's a real base and not a starter base. I hate to break it to you, but there's foundation all over the place right now. That is just... okay.
A logistics station.
Oh my god.
You've taken the first step in establishing a
Replication
planetary
complete.
logistics network. Set the logistics station at the supplying location to supply, and the logistics drones will automatically deliver cargo to any other logistics stations in demand on the same planet. Please remember to deploy logistics drones into the logistics station, either a supply or demand one. The logistics drones only work for the logistics station they belong to.
Okay. Don't need any of these rail ejectors. Ah, no. Okay. Fascinating. He does feel like an AI voice, doesn't he, Silly? Like, it feels that way to me, too. I'm totally with you. Oh my goodness. Hello, kitten. Hi. I'm going to hold her up to the microphone and see if she'll cry for the internet. One moment. Hi. Here. Oh. I know. Come here, baby. Do we have opinions? Do we have opinions, sweetie? Oh, that was a quiet opinion. Can we have a louder opinion? I know you don't like being held like this. Oh, you're being very quiet next to the microphone now. Okay, fine. I will let you go. Here, are you going to step all over the keyboard? Yeah. There are hidden buildings. Yes, I've seen a couple of those on the wiki. I know there are ways to farm dark fog for the most advanced tier of buildings, and I don't think I'm going to be doing that. That feels like way too much hassle for not enough benefit. Hi, are you going to sit in front of my monitor, or can I keep playing? There we go. Oh, are these like, yeah, okay. Okay, so this isn't gonna work either. Because these only use belts out. Pretty sure they feel like that because the intonation of their words is... yeah, I assume it's a translation thing, but... You can store like 3 petajoules of energy in the mecha. Fascinating. I'm sure it's overpowered, I also just am not terribly interested. I don't know, maybe that's a me problem. Is this how far away it has to be? Okay. Why do I have random titanium ore on me? That doesn't even exist on this planet. Oh, that came from a rock somewhere. It does technically exist on this planet. Okay. I was thinking of making you. When you get to scaling up, not only should you invest in spray, you should spray your spray. Oh god, I'm going to use an extremely old meme. Actually gives you new information that progresses the story. Fascinating. Are you going to build around a blue giant? I have no idea what I'm going to build around. I was planning on finding a tidally locked planet and just sort of working backwards from there, but that may or may not be the strat. Okay. So let's see. I have to... No. You had a filter icon pop up. There we are. Oh, I think I know what that's referring to. Okay. So for this case, we had what? Graphite, magnets, and turbines. So if we say... I don't know, 600 graphite, 600 magnets, and I don't know, let's say 200 turbines. Receiver for all of these. We'll worry about where we're getting them from later. then you get filtered to... There we go. That's what I actually want to see here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then in theory, that would... If brute force isn't working, then you're not using enough. Exceptionally rare, and odds are the star around it is garbage. Fair. Okay, I think this is how you have to set this up for planetary logistic stations. Am I doing this roughly correctly? For bot mall purposes? Requesting, then belt into sorter. I am seeing conflicting opinions. Last I checked, you cannot actually use sorters to go directly from logistic stations into other things. You have to belt out. That is wrong. I will... Yeah, there's... nothing. I'm assuming you're gonna have more than one machine. I'm just trying this with a single machine for now. Dyson Sphere lends itself more to a bus mall and just botting the stuff onto the bus. Okay, I've seen conflicting... Okay, I tried the fidget spinner thing. And that has the, let's say, interesting limitation of you can only filter a logistics depot, or whatever you call the thing that goes on top of the box, to a single item. Which means if I was going to do something like this for multiple inputs to this assembling machine, I would need 3 input boxes. And the consensus opinion appears to be that using planetary logistic towers for that is a better idea.
Mineral depleted.
Yeah. I don't know. If I'm on totally the wrong track, I am happy to be told otherwise. Try some random stuff and see what works. My mall is usually an entire planet. Ideally, you would use more machines for the space the PLS takes up. I mean, yeah. Again, I'm just trying this small scale with a single assembling machine just to get the hang of how this is supposed to look. I just bought all the resources onto a bus. Just a small one as a treat. Hmm. 8 minutes left on that. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Never made them all, and I never missed it. I am so tempted to say the same thing. Just screw it, who needs any of this? Just keep myself topped off with intermediates and handcraft the end products. Buzzing me. Oh, Chloe's buzzing me. Let's see. Okay, so this is an option. Yeah, I think a mall of some kind is necessary. Okay. Not even. Still pressing Q. Okay, so for a 4-ingredient product, we could have something like this. Are you trying to build one item to keep your inventory stocked up, or are you going for mass production? Ideally, I would like this mall to make everything. Is there anything that needs more than 4 input ingredients? Doesn't look like it. Not yet, anyway. Interesting Time says yes. Okay. More than 5? Oh, there's one. Particle Collider needs 5. late game stuff. Okay. Miners that will free your soul from infernal chains of suffering, for one. Fair. Actually, let's, what did those run off to? Should say, right? Yeah, 5 ingredients, okay. Okay, so there's a few things, but we can still make a sort of hex pattern-ish with 5 inputs and 1 output. I don't know. Both of these seem like more trouble than they're worth. I welcome the input, interesting times. I am almost certainly overthinking this. Make blueprints, put everything on a tower and entire lines of it. What do you mean, make blueprints? Like, I'm aware that if I put this sort of thing into a blueprint, I'm not sure why it's not letting me select more than that, but whatever. But if I put something like this into a blueprint, I could just slap down another one, change recipes and filters, and then it would just kind of work. Still pressing Q.
Research complete.
Oh, hey. You've unlocked the orbital collector. You can use it to extract resources from guests. Uh-huh. Cool. That's a thing now. Talk about investment. Made in an energy exchanger. Fascinating. We don't have blueprint parameterization yet, sadly, but yes, what I do is build a tower, then build a line of the item I need until it consumes the entire belt of output the tower can provide. Pocket the design and save it for later. What you did is basically how I did my malls last run. I had a bunch of towers importing all the crafting materials and then outputting them to fidget spinner boxes that fit goods to crafters. Then via fidget spinners sent the buildings to other towers so I could put down a mall blueprint on any planet that would request buildings for me. Clever. can only be made in an energy exchanger. Which is what? I feel like I should have this unlocked already. Oh, this thing. Okay.
Flight mode.
Where did I put my processors? There they are. Okay. So I need one of these for now.
Flight mode.
Where do I want to build that? Let's see. Let me reread this.
Replication complete.
You've built a powerful energy exchanger. It can quickly charge accumulators with surplus electricity from the power grid, or rapidly release electric power stored in accumulators to the power grid. It continuously supplies power to the power grid if the logistics are stable.
Okay, so accumulator and accumulator full are two different things. Where did that just run off to? Okay, is this... Wait, is that considered a... It is considered a building. Okay. Okay, we need a ton of these, ironically. Supermagnetic rings. Where do you learn what the grid lines mean? If you mean the green grid lines, you kind of don't. This is just showing you the grid of where you can place stuff on the planet, and that starts to get skewed as you go towards the poles. Because to keep a perfectly square grid over an entire spherical surface would be not entirely possible. Okay. Oh, interesting. This is another belt out. Okay. Not sure why. Okay. Nope. Interesting. the bot mall get figured out? Not exactly, Fire Wizard. Just make the squares get smaller. Also, Fire Wizard, isn't it like 6 a.m. for you? You should probably go to bed. Just saying. Not that I don't like having your company here, but... let's see. Can I move this closer? Can. Okay. That makes accumulators. We'll worry about getting those into a box in a minute. 621 right now. Yeah, you might want to do something about that. Okay. Horrible, horrible, horrible. We're going to need more power eventually.
Insufficient materials.
Okay, where was I keeping those? In this box here.
Replication complete.
Okay. You needed what? A bunch of iron, a bunch of super magnetic rings, and a bunch of crystal silicon. That all I got. I've not been able to sleep before 6 for the last few months, because, I'm sorry, man. I do know what that's like, and it blows.
Research complete.
Ah. Cool. Let's see. Turns. Okay. This is hand-fed and terrible, but it will eventually get me charged accumulators. Oh, it's not that I hate European time zones, Fire Wizard. It's that I tend to go to bed late and wake up late myself. Oh, that's nice. It doesn't go over 100%. Okay. had to renew my health insurance. That's always a fun bureaucratic process, isn't it? Okay. Still new to the game, and as I was building up, the grid was messing up my belts. Yeah, it'll do that. That's an easy way for people to get tripped up, honestly. Okay, I need more crystal silicon. Which I think I'm accumulating over here? Is what this is? Yes.
Flight mode.
Magnets and graphite. Okay. Okay, let's see. I will need 20 of those. Plus a bunch of super magnetic rings. Okay. So it wouldn't be the worst idea for now just to... Actually... no, I don't want to make... God, I wish this game had proper copy-paste. Okay. No, not that. There we go. What I actually want to do is buffer a bunch of these. Okay, graphite, magnets, turbines.
Flight mode.
If I remember correctly. Yes, we have a bunch of turbines up here. And a bunch of magnets up here.
Flight mode.
That should keep that going for a while. It is prudent to build large projects in the center region of a planet and also east to west, not north-south. Yeah, that much I can gather.
Flight mode. Flight mode.
What is it? Alt. Okay. Swipe some of those. We'll work on our super magnetic rings. Okay. Let's think about this as a belt system. Have you built the solar ring that everyone seems to build around the equator of a planet? Not quite. I have cut this off. It is not sending any more solar sails because I do not need any more antimatter at the moment. But that's the theory behind what this would have been anyway, is a sort of solar ring. Or, oh, you mean, a ring of solar panels around a planet.
Depleted.
I did that... Whoa. Okay, why can I not view this? I did that here. I don't know why I can't view this at the moment and why it's freaking out when I try, but I did that on Cherton 4, our little Pluto of a planet. Can't view other planets from afar, that's unfortunate. Okay, if we think of this as a bot-fed bus, what does that give us here? Well, it drastically reduces the need for these logistic stations, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, they do just work. They are nice and consistent and kind of lovely. Yeah, I guess turning this into a minibus is probably the play, isn't it? Well, tell you what, I was...
Mineral depleted.
Oh, hello, frivolous squid. You've been touched by his noodly appendage. Hello, hello. Sup, Raiders? We are trying and largely failing to figure out how mols should work in Dyson Sphere program. The sphere has been cut off until I find a better star. But we're getting all the antimatter we need from it, it's fine. Is that a blessing? That's an excellent question, Fire Wizard. I did them all once, then they added a bunch of new items to the game. Yeah, I'm, one can do... bots feeding into a bunch of belts, making a tiny bus. One can do tiny little one-to-one things like this. I was hoping to make it work more like requester chests in Factorio, but no, the logistic distributors can only handle one filter apiece. So you have to surround assemblers with boxes if you want to make things that take 4 or 5 inputs. It's all very annoying. Yeah, not everything can be Factorio, but that's not going to stop me from knocking it when it doesn't live up to that standard. But yeah, we have just researched gas giant exploitation, so I was going to go grab some more reliable supply of hydrogen. Took up the majority of a higher latitude on a moon, but a fun challenge laying out things that shared common inputs. What do I need for this? More turbines, more titanium alloy, I guess. Okay, turbines are easy. Yeah, just take them all. Where am I making titanium alloy? Got a bunch over here, I guess. Ah. Okay, we need a bunch more titanium alloy. What are you short on? Acid, because of course you are.
Flight mode.
Okay. Surprising lack of hydrogen bombs in a game that has hydrogen and deuterium and warfare. You know, you're not wrong. Okay, here's a bunch more titanium alloy. Okay. No.
Flight mode.
We should have enough of those. Why do we not have enough turbines, and can I get more easily? Not quite. Okay, we are stealing some from you. Okay, good enough. And then we'll need a few of these to go with it. I think. I guess we'll fly to the gas giant and see how these things actually work. Let's see. I assume you need an interstellar logistics station on planet, like on a terrestrial surface, to actually receive the hydrogen. Main way of warfare is still pointy rocks. You know, if it works. Okay, yeah. Need this for the hydrogen. Do I just want to co-opt the one we already have? Well, I can't. Not entirely. Okay, I've got to remind myself of how this works. The refinery spits out refined oil and hydrogen. Ugh. So many minerals being depleted. Okay, hydrogen and refined oil combines to create graphite and more hydrogen, so that's what we're not going to get as much of. Coal input plus hydrogen plus refined oil makes more refined oil, so that's what we're going to need to continue getting. So this is going to, let's see, once we set this up, this is going to stop making graphite. Which means reduced input from here. Why don't we just double that? Okay. There's something else we can do. Oop, no. Okay.
Replication complete.
All of our graphite is going into red dye. If I remember correctly, you just set the interplanetary to local supply, interplanetary receive and get the hydrogen. Right.
Flight mode.
I'm just thinking about where we actually need that hydrogen, because we need some here for whatever we were using this for. What are we using this for? Red science. And then we're pulling off of that to...
Flight mode.
Oh, that's right. We were just burning off the hydrogen that creates. Okay, and then that was contributing to the hydrogen line here for the green side build. Okay.
Flight mode.
So maybe all we need is the interplanetary station we already have. Also, I need to spend some time hanging out next to one of these things to charge Icarus back up. Where am I? Okay. Mock RIP. Okay. Okay, we have our orbital collector. What say we head over to the gas giant and place it.
Flight mode. Cruise mode.
Okay, where be this gas giant? There you are. Now I'm hoping that this orbits the gas giant and doesn't just like suck me in and kill me. Okay. Where would be... Orbital collector can only be built at the equator. Fair enough. We will just slowly make our way over there.
Cruise mode. Cruise ended.
Nope, I guess that's the equator. Sure. Why not?
You've constructed an orbital collector. It can automatically collect resources from this giant. Set your other interstellar logistics stations as interstellar demand for these resources, and the logistics vessels will automatically collect the cargo. Resources produced will first be converted into energy to sustain the operation of the collector.
Okay. Remote provider, that's fine. Alright, we are about to be drowning in hydrogen. I'm assuming I also need to consume some of this deuterium with priority rather than...
Cruise mode.
Let's see. Where's our planet? Okay. That's not exactly what I was... There we are. They can fill independently, so it doesn't matter if one is full. That is excellent to know. Thank you.
Cruise ended. Flight mode.
Okay. Let's see. Orient myself here. There we go. Alright, so... let's see. Belting this in is gonna be fun. Okay, I do not have a splitter. Never mind. Nor do I have iron plates with which to make it.
Flight mode.
Good. There, now I do.
Flight mode.
Okay, where can I physically place this? Thoughts on learning x86-64 assembly. I don't know why you do that to yourself. Okay, we are going to... tell you what, we are going to do something truly terrible. No, not that. We are going to belt this hydrogen out and around here purely so I can run a belt from here into here with priority. Okay. Left click to prioritize in feed. Alright. Have you tried using the other splitter shapes? I have. Let's see. Okay. This absolutely abominable design. Will get us hydrogen. Remote receiver, and a whole bunch in transit. Excellent. Think your mech is out of fuel? It's getting there.
Flight mode.
Okay. I think I still have a missile turret battery set up somewhere. For the Stock Fog Hive. Not that I really need to worry about that right this second. Where did I leave that? There they are. Yeah, do you like my absolutely terrible way of taking out what was this Dark Fog base here? Draw aggro with Signal Tower, battlefield analysis base to keep it repaired, and then a whole bunch of missile turrets out of range. That did the trick. Okay. We have adequate missile stocks. As long as the Hive attacks here and not Pluto, we should be fine. Okay. We are getting hydrogen. Okay, now I also want to... Okay.
Flight mode.
I also want to go over here where we're using excess hydrogen and change this. Right now we're prioritizing hydrogen from the oil. I need a lot more foundation for that. Okay. Here. Okay. That prioritizes it the other way around. Ah, no. Okay. That should prioritize gas giant hydrogen over... What? Why is this suddenly failing? It's failing over here too. Oh, because this is going the other way. I'm an idiot. Yep, we got there. Okay. Cool. That should prioritize gas giant hydrogen over any other hydrogen. Which is mostly what I wanted to get done for this particular stream. Merged accumulators. Okay. Oh, let's see. Okay. Question at hand was how to deal with this crap. And unless you're just tossing a whole bunch of assemblers in between a whole bunch of belts, I don't see. Oh, that's annoying as hell.
Flight mode.
Let's see.
Flight mode.
Can have those, I guess. I love these little belts that go nowhere.
Flight mode.
Okay, how is our logistics station doing? We have so much hydrogen. That's lovely.
Flight mode.
Okay. Make sure this is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Just creating basically just refined oil. Yeah, correct. You should be going. You should be clogged. Excellent. That is what we want to have happen.
Flight mode.
I have no idea what that idiot was building either, Fire Wizard. There seems to be a surprising number of these that just kinda run off onto nowhere.
Flight mode.
Okay.
Flight mode.
Are we winning? I suppose, Falstro. We have a hydrogen collection system in orbit above our gas giant that is getting us absolute boatloads of hydrogen without any oil being involved, so that's handy. I should probably try to figure out how fractionation works. Let's see. It's not a particle collider, it's you. You're missing glass.
Flight mode.
There. Okay.
Flight mode.
Okay. Not that it really... Actually, let's think about this for a minute. Am I tripping, or is winning also a term for mining? If it is, I don't know of that. Okay, you know what? We're actually going to leave this be for a while. Our hydrogen is free, so our deuterium is functionally also free, even though we don't have fractionation. So I'm just going to choose to ignore that for the time being. I think I remember what that box was doing. I think it was doing nothing other than being passive storage for things I didn't need. I think that's what it was doing. So I have a bunch of hydrogen clogging my inventory now. Take my excess hydrogen. Yeah, extraction, I think, is the word you're looking for. Okay. How many more of these can we make? Sure, let's just make all the foundation.
Insufficient materials.
Okay. Oh hey, it's midnight local.
Flight mode.
Oh, let's see. Winning materials. Winning ore from the ground. I have never heard that. Definition of winning: the excavation, loading, and removing of coal or ore from the ground. Huh. I have never heard that before. Learn something new all the time. We are by definition winning. Okay.
Replication complete.
I just want to test for a moment and see how far I was about to say in sorters, which is very wrong. Okay, so they can only access 3 from a side. So we'd have to be very careful with how we set those up, but we could, in theory.
Research complete.
Don't forget to dust the hydrogens with spray. I feel like that's the wrong mentality for hydrogen. Like, I'm sure you can proliferate it, but considering hydrogen is now free, and deuterium is functionally free from hydrogen, like, I feel like using proliferator on that is kind of a waste. When one could just, like, extract more hydrogen for no cost. There are other things that come from the ground that we have limited amounts of that are better targets for that. Although there was that thing where, if I remember correctly, in order for proliferation to make extra product, you have to proliferate all of the inputs. So I guess we do need to proliferate some hydrogen for, like, red science. What do we need for making bulbs? Steel. Easy enough. No. There we go. That's better. Need to proliferate all inputs, also proliferate your fuel. It makes some fuels burn longer and some faster, so you need fewer generators. I mean, I was hoping to I mean, you laugh frivolous, Squid, but that seems like an excellent use of them. Yeah, apart from the inevitable Dyson sphere needed for antimatter production, I guess, I haven't entirely decided how to power the Megabase. I feel like artificial starring is something that would be neat. I don't know how necessary it is. Okay. Ah. Yes. I haven't done anything with it.
Replication complete.
Goodness. Okay. Where is a nice unused piece of land that I can test this out on? I guess all the way over there.
Flight mode.
Fine. Okay. Oh, too close to another one. Interesting. Okay. So that's as close as they can be to each other. But that is too far apart, or no. Okay. Okay, if I was going to build line of let's see. Yeah, there is no circuit logic of any kind, which is more than a little bit frustrating. Okay. Work with me, your game. Okay. Oh, good night, Sully. Thank you for the subscription links, I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Okay, I can get that in, that in, that in. is not as clean as I would like. Good to see some DSP. I got the Mission Impossible achievement last weekend. Nice, congratulations. Okay. I suppose one can technically do it this way. Want to build a megabase, but need to take a break from it for a bit after that achievement. Yeah, I'm with you on speedrun achievements. I don't derive a whole lot of enjoyment from that, which is not stopping me from eventually wanting to do an all achievements Factorio run, including the beat Space Age in 40 hours type stuff. But I definitely think that'll be a one and done kind of thing. Okay. Express delivery in Space Age last year wasn't too bad, but glad I don't have to do it again. I don't blame you a bit. Let's see. Okay, these get 4 slots. There are occasionally things that need 5. Okay, this isn't terrible. I don't hate this design. Actually, wait a second. But if I am going to put these back into another planetary logistics station, then these can't go out into boxes, can they? They would have to go out onto a belt and into another planetary logistics station. Or is there a way around that? How many more of these can I make right now? The only reason I ever got No Spoon was because of Spiff's massive multiplayer run. Yeah, I would like to get all achievements solo, if possible. But I don't blame anyone for just not wanting to put up with that. Okay. I guess we could belt out and then back into one of these, and then that could be the 4th slot. Uh... How to get these back out? The game I have 100% on is a clicker. Yeah, I guess I could belt it back out into the same PLS. The issue is I'm trying to think of... Like, the whole reason I'm considering belting them out like this at all is so that I could theoretically put a bunch of assemblers kind of in a line. Slash put, where'd my boxes go? Here. What I'd like to do is put boxes kind of between them like that. Hello, Lord Sessamaru. We got there. But the moment I put them into boxes like this, the only logistic capacity that can take advantage of is fidget spinner bots, when what I need to do is get them into a planetary logistic station. So I could belt this one back into the start. But what I'd like to do is set up multiple assembling machines in a line and just extend these belts for as long as is feasible. Okay. What if... instead of doing that... do something like this. And then belt that forward. That would give us 4 assembling machines per pair of planetary logistic stations. Feeding into another one of these at the end. That's not dreadful. You'll be doing it all over again soon enough. I mean, you're not wrong. How many planets have I taken over so far? Just 2. We are just past the victory condition. Haven't even left the star system. No, I have not left the star system yet. Our protosphere is still in a very incomplete stage, and may remain that way. But I have all the antimatter I need. I can't really complain. Okay, I don't hate this. Maybe I should, but I don't. Okay, let's see. How close to the beginning can we build that? Okay. Let's see. The important thing for now let's see. Okay. Let's see. No, that has to be out like here, which means you have to be at least there. The music is quite beautiful. Actually, no, that's wrong. You can be there, and you... Okay. You out that way, you out that way. Deflects a little, but nothing too dramatic. Purple there. And then you... Okay. Yeah, Shapes 2 also has a great soundtrack. I really enjoyed it during my time with it. Okay. There, and then here. stick you on that side, and then... Okay.
Mineral depleted.
Need more conveyor belts. Come on.
Replication complete.
Okay. So. Alright, this gives us 2 input PLSs, 3 belt outputs apiece. Any one of these 6 belts can be accessed by these 4 assemblers. Those each output onto dedicated belts that then get passed into this final PLS that acts as output with 4 filters of its own. I think that's not a bad design. I am going to move that over just visually so we have a bit of extra breathing room. Okay. This is not bad. Copy-paste this a whole bunch of times, and this should be a functional planetary mall. I don't know if this is strictly optimal, but I think it's functional. Okay, let's see here. What else do I need to complete this? Are malls ever optimal? I mean, that's a fair point. Okay, do we even have pile sorters yet? I don't think we do. No, we're working on better smelters. Where is the pile sorter? Is that you? Yes. Putting an autopiler on a conveyor belt automatically merges 2 cargoes on the belt into 1. Interesting. Okay. Let's just queue that up. We will need it eventually. I do want to get... okay. I need a bunch of... do I need these? Maybe I just let it be okay if we run our mall on Assemblers Mark II. Why did Did you upgrade? Fine, and you did not. There. Okay. This is tolerable. Okay. Bot malt draft. Let's see, buildings. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're not going to complain right now about how close these are to each other, but that is okay. Yeah, in theory, we can rotate, let them face each other like that, and just copy paste that design. It's so lazy waiting for matrices, so I make a whole star system and all the planets in it just for one type of cube. See, that's the good kind of laziness. That's the kind of laziness where Bill Gates is like, yeah, hire a lazy person because they'll figure out the most efficient way to do something. Okay. I think I am happy enough with this design. And of course I can't click and drag to
Mineral
dismantle
depleted.
it either. Boy, I hope that's not, I hope those mineral depleted warnings aren't urgent. Okay. Let's make one more of these things just so I can...
Flight mode.
Okay, let's grab a bunch of turbines and then make one more of these things just so I can see how close I can put these to each other. I know it just means a single vein ran out, but you never know whether that was a critical vein or not. Oh, wrong key.
Flight mode.
It would be nice if it did say if it was the last one, honestly. I mean, yes, I am... Okay, the reason I have the robot Mo as my profile picture is because I have never identified with a fictional character harder than this cute little robot who sees something wrong and just flies into a rage over it. Like, this is my spirit animal. connection target. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm crossing a tropic line here. You can switch the dismantle to the grid and adjust the size of it. Okay, can you paste the Can you paste just the valid buildings? No? I know there's stuff in the way, I'm just want my Force and Superforce build options. Like, I would be totally okay with this only building the valid stuff. I just want to see roughly how it will lay out. Yeah, Factorio spoils again. Okay. 2 down from the line I'm standing on. Okay, so this belt would go roughly like here. Okay, the reason I'm doing this, because I want to see... Okay, 1, 2, space, 1, 2... Okay, great. Oh, that lines up perfectly. Okay. I want to integrate power poles at the edge here, both for better connections to better connection to the grid, and also for just a better connection to... Okay, 1, 2, 2 spaces, and then 3. Okay, 1 there. And 1 there? Am I reading that right? Okay, great. Let's see. What I would like to do is include those power poles as part of the blueprint. Really? Okay, fine. Because now... Oh, that's off-center. Shoot. Okay. And not by an even number either. Okay, surely we can salvage this. I think we just move the 2 input PLSs back 3 tiles? Alright, see ya, Falstro. Can't be any closer in that dimension, but I can put it like here, which I think is equivalent distance. Okay, this was here. That moved back 1, 2 tiles, not 3. So why is this off by 3 then? That has a line gap. Gap on either side. How I wish this had copy-paste. Don't need a full-on blueprint, I just want to see how it works. That's all, game. Can I just have that? I think the assemblers are lined up properly. Yeah, everything else is lined up from what I can see. Okay. Try this one more time. This will not automatically save the blueprint. Okay. This line. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. We can have one instance of this way, and then for maximum planetary logistic station density, we can rotate it 180 degrees, and the power poles line up perfectly. In reality, this would not be going across a tropic line, but this is just a draft. There we go. Okay. I think this is a good template. Six possible inputs to each of 4 assemblers, each assembler feeding into one output PLS with 4 filters. Will those logistic towers buffer the resulting items? I think so. I think these just work as... Yeah, you can... Yeah, the towers have plenty of storage. Okay. I think this is something useful to aim for tomorrow. In the meantime, we got our hydrogen exploitation going. We have a draft of them all set up that I am happy enough with, and it is nearing 1 a.m. here. So I am going to hang it up for the night, and I will be back online tomorrow afternoon, hopefully somewhere around 1 or 2 p.m. Central, so that our lovely European friends can actually tune in. Thanks all for joining. This has been fun getting back into this. I've enjoyed it. I hope to see you all again. Is there anyone we can raid on Twitch before I go? Let's see. Filter by... Does anyone have any other streamers active now that they would like to raid on Twitch? I am not seeing anyone I recognize. You know what? We will save rating for tomorrow, I suppose. Alright, I will cut it off there before I go down another mental rabbit hole. Thanks all for tuning in. Hope to see you tomorrow.